Hello everyone, this is Meg Gessner bringing you news and updates on Seahawk Athletics. Welcome to Hawk Talk. Today we'll be sitting down with head coaches Alan Oliver, Peter Kretz, Jessica Say, and Tom Fisher, who will talk to us about their season so far. We're sitting down with Coach Oliver, head men's soccer coach. You have a 5-0-1 record. What has been the credit to your success thus far?
All the credit's got to do with the guys. Their attitude's been absolutely fantastic. They came in from working really hard this summer. They were focused straight away during pre-season. I think the international trip that we had, and we took 16 guys on the international trip for pre-season to Germany and Holland, that helped a lot. We had 3 games over there and a couple of practices, so I think that prepared them for pre-season. And then the first years and the returning players came in fit, ready to go. So we were focused and had a head start in the pre-season, so which was great. And throughout the season, training's been fantastic. The boys have been working hard, so it's all credit to the boys, to be honest.
You just came off a 1-0 win against Catholic, the first time the Seahawks have beat them since 2005. Tell us a little about that game.
Catholic are always tough to play, and for years they've been just a tough team. They're very organised, they're athletic, they're very well coached, and so it's been a tough road since 2005. But to be honest, again, going to their place is always a difficult place to play as well. But we really focused on, before the game, getting out and starting the game well. We didn't start the game well against Bridgewater on Sunday. So that was our main goal, was to come and really start well. And we did. Competed for everything, which was good. It was a well-played game, 2 teams that were pretty evenly matched, and you saw that in the statistics. We missed a few chances that we shouldn't have missed, to be honest with you, but the boys kept going and had belief in themselves, and for me, I had no doubt that we had the quality to win.
Zach Hausler was recently Capital Athletic Conference Player of the Week for the week of September 12th. Tell us how he affects the dynamic of the team and what leadership qualities he brings on and off the field.
Yeah, Zach was made captain this year, and for multiple reasons, but the main one is obviously what he brings in the back there. He's very vocal. All the boys on the team respect him, and I think that goes a long way, especially when he's organising the back four and us defensively. He brings confidence to the team, which is a great quality to have. The boys know that if he has to make a save, he'll more than likely make it, which again brings a lot of confidence to the team, which is great. Again, the two games that he got this award, Washington College and Gustavus Adolphus, played very well, made the saves that he needed to make. But I know him as a person he would credit the rest of the guys, honestly, and that's again what makes him a great leader as well. He's very humble.
What do you foresee for the upcoming game against Randolph-Macon, and how have you been planning for that?
Well, it's going to be tough. I mean, they're undefeated as well. They've played similar teams to us, so we can get a gauge of kind of how they're going to be. We played them last year at their place and won 3-2, but it was a tough game. We really have been. They've got 1 or 2 quality players in there that are game changers. So we've been talking a lot about how to deal with them. They've got an attacking midfielder that's been very dangerous for them, and so defensively, what we need to do to counter him. But to be honest with you, it's been more to do with what we can do and kind of concentrating on this.
Now we have head women's soccer coach Peter Kretz. Tell us about your past few games and what the girls have learned from them.
I think it's been a good start to the season so far. Currently sitting at 3-2. Coming off of a tough loss against Hopkins, which is probably the best team that we've played so far. Really, a lot of really good things in that game. Unfortunate to give a goal away with about a minute left. But I think you look at the first game of the season, we started off a little bit rough, gave away 2 goals, lost to a very good McDaniel team 4-2, and then rebounded with 3 quality wins, not giving up a goal in any of those 3 games. So Definitely wanted to see a response after the McDaniel game, and I believe we saw that. Hopkins was going to be kind of the biggest test for us, and I think that even though we didn't get a win or a draw out of that game, I think we learned a lot about ourselves. I think it's a game that we felt we played well in and can give us a lot of confidence moving forward.
You play Bridgewater this weekend. How have you prepared, and what do you think the Seahawks should be looking for while playing?
Again, I think Bridgewater's going to be another tough challenge. I think they're regionally ranked right now in the region, and we have to travel down to their place, so we know we're going to get a good game. I think it's going to be another good test to see where we're at, and we're going to look to see a response after a tough loss at Hopkins. So, I've gotten a couple scouting reports on them. Going to sit down and make sure that our session today, last session before we head down, is sharp, and we can point out a couple things that we need to be ready for. But overall, it's more about us just playing our game, not changing too much for anybody else, and being confident in who we are, being able to do the little things on both ends of the field defensively, and obviously scoring goals on the attacking end. So we're confident that it's going to be a tough game, but if we go out and we play the way we're capable of, we should be able to come out with a positive result.
Jillian Sawyer has had great success this year with becoming the overall career scorer with 39 goals, becoming the Capital Athletic Conference Athlete of the Week for the 5th time in her career. What do you feel she brings to the team in terms of leadership?
I mean, first and foremost, she brings a high level of quality on the field. So she leads by example. Obviously, leading goal scorer. I believe she scored in every game so far, 7 goals in the year, and she's a great model for other players to look up to. It's not by coincidence that she is where she's at. She puts in a lot of work. She will stay after and work on different things after training, even though she's already a very, very talented player. But I think one of the best qualities about her is actually her leadership. She is really, really good about trying to help the younger players just feel comfortable, trying to get to know them a little bit more. Obviously, fantastic student in the classroom.
We're sitting down with head field hockey coach Jessica Say. How have the first games of your schedule been, and how has your preseason preparation helped the success of the team?
Looking at our first games of the schedule, we've played very tough teams, but I would say I'm very happy with our performance. We didn't let down against any team, and each game we've made improvements. I think that's the biggest thing to look at. We're starting to do things that we weren't doing in the first game. We're doing the in and out passing. We're switching the fields, which is big improvements and big steps to being successful.
Tell us how the season has been thus far and what your expectations for the team are this year.
So far, I would say this season has been going very well. I think the important thing to look at is we're making improvements each day, and our team goal is to improve each day. And as long as we do that, we're going to be successful. And they're also learning other things about leadership skills and working together as a team to reach our goal.
Schedule has had many road games up to this point. How do you think this affects the team, and who has stood out on the road leadership-wise?
We have had a lot of road games, and I think this past weekend the girls were starting to get tired. So this week off has been a big help for us, and we're ready to go get after it this Saturday. In terms of leadership, I think all 4 of our captains were a big help. They've been in this position before, being on the road. They help keep the younger girls up, keeping the team together. Ali Szymanski, Brady Wolf, Kevin Jorgensen, and Megan Moore. They're working really hard to be good leaders to this team, and I think they're doing a great job in that role.
This is head cross-country coach Tom Fisher. How have the last 2 meets met your expectations, and how did the preseason prepare you for them?
I think after the first 2 weeks, I think we're rounding out pretty well. It's always a mystery of how we're going to go into the preseason, depending on how they do their summer training. But with the results that we've had the first 2 weeks, I think they put in the time and dedication during the summer. And then with the 10 days that we had for preseason, we were ready to go for our first meet at Dickinson, and followed up with a tough race in the heat at Stevenson.
Women placed 5th in Stevenson, with Ruskin coming in 8th. What do you feel motivates this team?
Like I said, I think they followed their plan rather well. Like I said, we knew it was going to be hot going into the meet, so we just set them at to start out conservatively with their pacing, and Halcyon executed that to a T. She steadily moved up as other runners were slowing down, and I think the other team members are motivated by that. They see how she worked, how she's pacing, and it's definitely helping our young runners. We have a lot of first year and sophomores that are just waiting in the wings. to take her place.
Ian Ruskin was just named Capital Athletic Conference Runner of the Week. What do you see for her in upcoming meets, and what does she bring to the team?
Halcyon has been an outstanding runner since she stepped on campus her freshman year last year, and she's been a leader on the team as a freshman, and probably been our top runner at, I'd say, 90% of our meets, and she's just leads by example in practice and in the races. She's the one that everyone else is just trying to keep up with, so she's definitely our pace setter for the team. So, and just looking for that to continue throughout the next 2 years.
This upcoming week, volleyball will be hosting Seahawk Invitational September 16th and 17th. Men's soccer will take on Randolph-Macon at Seahawk Stadium at 3 p.m. on Saturday, September 17th. Cross country will be on the road as they compete in the Division II, Division III Challenge on Saturday, September 17th. Women's soccer will be on the road as they take on Bridgewater at 2 p.m. Field hockey will also be traveling to Susquehanna as they compete at 1 p.m. Sailing will be sending sailors to the Nevins Trophy and Stu Nelson Regattas on September 17th and 18th. For all Seahawk action news and updates, follow us on www.smcmathletics.com or follow us on your favorite social media pages. Thank you for joining us. This was Hawk Talk.